Hey guys, I'm Abigail, your Wednesday on CrazyButCollabing, and this week's theme is favorites. Also, for anyone wondering why this is a totally different background that I've never even filmed in front of on any channel, it's because I kind of misplaced that thing that your camera pops onto to go into your tripod, so you're currently stacked on a bunch of things on my dresser. It seems to be working alright, so who knows? But as many of you know, I am a huge fan of music. I really love listening to music. I really love talking about music. So for favorites, I was going to do a summer favorites thing or something like that, but then I ended up basically just listing music. So I decided why not make a list of my favorite albums. So that's what I'm gonna do. Some of these are all-time favorite albums, and some of these are just things that I've been liking lately, and some of these are things where I think the music is amazing, and some of these are things where I just want to show you my vinyl of them because the vinyl is really pretty. And so I'll just sort of explain why I've put each one in. Some of these you might not actually call my favorites, but they're above others, I guess. I'm gonna try to do this as quickly as possible, and I might leave out some things. So if you have any questions, just talk to me down in the comments or tweet me or something, and I will discuss with you so you can get this music, because I really like music. Okay, so first off is one of my favorite albums of probably all time. It is the album Pedestrian Verse by Frightened Rabbit. I don't have a physical copy of this. I always say that's going to be the next vinyl I buy. And then and I bought like 3 vinyl before that, but it's just been spur of the moment sort of vinyl purchases that I've found them in stores or things, and I was like, oh, gotta pick it up now. So haven't gotten this yet, but I discovered this probably about 4 months ago, and it is definitely going to stay one of my favorite albums. It just works really perfectly as an album, I feel, and I think it's going to be really pretty on vinyl. Basically, Frightened Rabbit is a Scottish indie rock band, and so if you like that kind of thing, you will like this album, and I will eventually get a physical copy of that. Hopefully. I really need to do that. Okay, next I'm going to go with New Surrender by Anberlin. New Surrender is one of my top 2 all-time favorite Anberlin albums. They have been my favorite band since I was 11. Many of you probably know that. I say that quite a bit just because they have been my favorite band since I was 11 and have a massive part in my life. And this is one of my favorites. I have the CD version of the full album. Anberlin albums are quite rare when it comes to vinyl and quite expensive, so I really don't have that many. Most of what I have by them is CD or not physical because I'm waiting to find a cheaper vinyl, because I do want to get the vinyl of all their stuff, but it's hard. But I have the CD, it's very good. And then this, I'm just gonna show you because this is the single for Feel Good Drag, which is off of New Surrender, and it's signed by 4 out of 5 guys. So that's kind of cool. If you like rock music, you'll like them, I guess. And chances are, if you've heard a song by them, it is Feel Good Drag. This is one of my favorite vinyl that I own. It is the Of the Night picture disc by Bastille. It's got on the front Of the Night and a remix of the Night, and then on the back it's got Oblivion and another Of the Night. And the Oblivion on the back is like a live version of it, basically. But this was from Record Store Day this year. There's 2,000 of these, I think, in existence, and they're really pretty. Like, this is the actual vinyl. It's in a clear case right now, so that picture, that's on the actual physical vinyl. It sounds really cool, but like, it's really cool looking. Back to Anberlin. This is one of my current favorite vinyl to listen to. This is the album Lowborn, and this is their final album, which is highly upsetting, but it's really good. It sounds really pretty on vinyl. I would totally recommend it. The packaging is also really cool. Like, the inside looks like this. The back looks like this, the front you saw, and then even like the slip that the vinyl goes in looks really cool. So I totally recommend getting Lowborn if you are a fan of Anberlin. I know it sort of got mixed responses. A bunch of people really didn't like it, but a bunch of people really liked it. I feel like it reminded me a lot of the old school Anberlin stuff. So if you listen to old school Anberlin and you like were iffy about Vital and Devotion, which are what they put out recently, I go listen to Lowborn. You'd actually probably like it. Next is Cannibals with Cutlery by To Kill a King. I love this album so much. To Kill a King is whatever I listen to whenever I am stressed or upset or can't sleep. It's very soothing. They are, I think, classified as a folk band. I would totally recommend getting the vinyl for this if you like the album. It's one of those albums that sounds like it was created for vinyl, and also the vinyl are white. And they're really pretty. I really like them. Last one, I guess, that I don't have a physical copy of, and that is Cities by Amberlynn. This one is the other one in the top two. It's this and New Surrender are my top ones. If I have to pick between the two, probably gonna go with Cities, but at the same time, I really love New Surrender. But Cities is one that I feel like the whole album just totally works together, and it's really pretty, really just amazing. I desperately want to get a vinyl of this, but it's so hard. So if you're selling a Cities vinyl and want to sell it to me, hit me up. And lastly, a vinyl that I have 2 copies of. This is the Haunt EP by Bastille. The songs on this are Pompeii, which you've probably all heard. That's the AO song. Overjoyed, Bad Blood, and then the demo of Haunt, which the EP is named after. You might be asking why this is on my favorites, when really all these songs are on other albums. Well, friend, while I do love the songs on this, the main reason this was here is because this is one of my favorite vinyl that I own, and that is due to the other one that I have. This was my original copy. I bought this, was all like, hey, look how cool it is. And then, yeah, so Virgin Records was having this competition to win signed posters and signed vinyl. And so I took a picture of myself with this one and sent it to them and was like, oh, if only it was signed. And then I won and they sent me this. It's signed by all 4 members and I died. You really didn't get a whole lot of detail on any of them. As I said, I was trying to go really quickly, so if you have any questions, leave them down below. Also tell me your favorite albums so I can go listen to them. I will see you next week. Bye guys.